I want to say thank you to all the people who bought training. I want to say thank you to all the people who are about to buy training. And shout out to the Nerd Tribe. Right now, inflation is going nuts. The average family has seen an increase in the cost of living of $500 to $2,000 per month, depending upon where they live in the country. With that, passive income and side hustle scams are literally taking over. There was 2 female YouTubers, TikTokers that I kept track of because they were content creators for the side hustle passive income scams. Now, this is what I'm going to call it a scam. If you create a business that allows you to not work that hard, or you don't have to put a lot of time into that business, like let's talk about my YouTube business, which makes $5,000 in a bad month to $10,000 in a good month. And on average, this business takes me, I would say 25 hours per month. And if I wanted to be a scam artist, I could say how to make $5,000 to $10,000 passive income in 25, because essentially, here's the thing. I actually have to do something to earn that $5,000 to $10,000. It is not even close to passive income. It's not even close to passive. It's a very high paying side job. $5,000 to $10,000. Most of you would agree to me that for 25 hours per month, that's pretty good money. And it's one of the reasons I do this. So the thing is, passive income, the way that it is presented by most of these scam artists, is actually not even close to passive income. Passive income from real estate. I know a real estate investor with 22 houses who self-manages. She self-manages, and literally every week she's doing something. Now, does she work a 40-hour week? No, she doesn't. Some weeks she may work an hour. Some weeks she may work 10 hours. But I want to get you hip to, like, my businesses. They're not passive income business. YouTube, the online courses, they are, the language I want to say is, the year I made $3 million selling my online courses, I wasn't working a 40-hour week, but I was working. Now, let me go ahead and give you an example of why all of these passive income scams are scams. Like, you would go to Google and they will have a highlighted article from the Sun or some other foreign newspaper highlighting a TikToker or YouTube personality or someone who they will say is making passive income. Now, here's the thing I know. Let's say, for the sake of the argument, that you have established Amazon FBA and it's making you $15,000 per month. Now, it doesn't take you a lot of time to manage this. However, this is something that's going to happen that none of these passive income scam artists ever talk about. At some point, your business is going to start to degrade. It's not like you could go ahead and create this Amazon FBA income stream and just work a few hours a day, and it's going to remain the income stream that you've grown accustomed to. It's just not. Number one, there's something called competition. Your largest competition is Amazon itself. Amazon will do this in a heartbeat. You would come out, you would spend hours or weeks finding a product. You would go ahead and get your product set up. You would put it on Amazon FBA and it starts making sales. Guess what? Amazon has alerts in their system when a product takes off. And then Amazon will examine if they can go ahead, get this same product and put all Amazon money, Amazon algorithms behind it. And they will literally do this. And let's say you were an Amazon seller, you found this unique product and you were killing it. You were making $30,000 after cost of goods, Amazon fees. You're killing it. It only takes you 2-3 hours a day. And then month number 2, you made $32,000, and month number 3, you made $35,000, and you're just on top of the world. Then month 4, you made $25,000. Then month 5, you made $20,000, and then month 6, you made $15,000. You didn't do anything different. See, this is what happens with competition in the market. You could literally have a winning product that could be selling like gangbusters, and literally in a matter of months, you could lose your marketplace dominance with Amazon FBA. I know people who've done Amazon FBA in the beginning when Amazon FBA wasn't uniquely positioned. It wasn't uniquely, it wasn't sold the way that it's sold now. And this has happened to many Amazon FBA. So that right there is something that none of these passive income scam artists, because they're scam artists, because here's the thing. And I want you to understand, they're making all this money. There's this one guy I found, he's making this money from Amazon FBA. He has an Etsy store. He has this. Now he has a YouTube channel. Let me go ahead and drop the game. Literally, all of these passive income scam artists will have training. Now, this is the scam. First of all, they will trick you with the term passive income. First of all, that's a lie. There's virtually nothing outside of dividend stock, which is pure passive income, or managed real estate. Like I have a friend that has a portfolio of apartments and he has a management company. He does absolutely nothing. That is passive income from him. And once a year, he may have to sign some papers. So if you have to apply effort, whether the effort is a large effort or a small effort, this is why I do not come up here. I mean, if I didn't care about people's success, because here's what's in my mind. For you to be successful, you need to get honest, truthful information. Because if I was to just come up here, like use an example, hey, how to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month from YouTube passive income, based upon the information that the passive income scam artists are putting out, I could use that as a passive income title. And once again, people are looking for this information. People are struggling. Now, here's another thing. There's, let's say, hundreds of YouTubers, maybe even thousands of YouTubers and TikTokers who are putting out all of this information to help people develop passive income. Where are all the people making all this passive income? Right now, I ran across someone, I don't really know them, but they were at the Quick Trip and their van was packed with household goods. And I was like, how's it going? And he's like, it's not going well at all. I'm homeless. So if all of this information was helpful and accurate, why are there so many people going homeless? Why are there so many people struggling with inflation? I'm about to tell you why. This is why I call it the passive income scam. First of all, what they will do is come to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and they will start posting, and they will sell training. And I'm going to say Terry Umajama, she has the day trading course. She never said it was passive income. She never said that. I'm not going to put that on her. However, I had a live stream where she came on and she makes more money from selling her course than she does day trading. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not indicating or saying anything bad about Terry because I sell online courses. But to just illustrate to you that, let's say someone says, like this one girl, she was in affiliate marketing and she was doing these TikToks like, I wake up to go to work in my house slippers, and I'm just looking at this. Now, here's something else too, and this is something I'm starting to see with YouTube, and I'm starting to see this with TikTok. People are starting to find out that this stuff is garbage. They're starting to find out that it's garbage. It's worthless. It doesn't pass the test. I mean, you can go out and get into affiliate marketing, or you can get into this, or one of the things, someone started an Etsy store selling print on demand items or downloadables, which means you have no cost of goods. And if you can get into the Etsy algorithm and sell something that you actually have no cost to create, you can make a lot of money. And he went up here and I started an Etsy store from scratch, and guess what? He's got training. So I'm going to say it, and because I'm going to include myself in this group. Selling training is the most lucrative hustle online. Selling training, absolutely. Why? You have no cost of goods. And if you have a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, you don't have to buy ads to get traffic. It is hands down the most profitable business that you can get into online. It's the most profitable online business. The Amazing Selling Machine, which was an Amazon FBA course, made $130 million. And it's still selling. $130 million. So, one of the things you have to understand, there's a reason that you have so many people who will literally have a video talking about how to develop passive income streams. And as a seasoned business person, I'm going to say something. It is hard to manage one business, let alone 12 passive income streams. It sounds really good. It sounds great. Like, hey, I have 12 streams of income. But the management, because here's what I know. And this is one of the reasons that I am getting ready to revamp all of my stuff. This year, I was selling 3 different things. I was selling the Masculine Frame, I was selling the Intellectual Property School, and I was selling the program. Right? Now, I was selling all 3 of those things, and all 3 of them collectively didn't do as good as when I was selling the corporate toolbox. Now, I'm going to explain to you why. The corporate toolbox was the only thing I was selling. So my message was congruent. It was consistent. I use YouTube. And see, trying to sell multiple things without the proper structure, because it can be done. It can be done, but it's going to be challenging. It's going to be really, really challenging, because essentially when you put up a YouTube channel and you have multiple products, people kind of get lost. Like literally in the comments, I have what program should I buy? Should I get the Intellectual Property School? Should I get the program? What should I get? So a confused customer is a customer that doesn't buy. So I say all this to say, using myself, using my business as an illustration that it is very, very hard and I'm about to say something that may sound dismissive, that may sound petty. None of these people were doing well before they got to YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. That is telling. I was making $30,000 to $40,000 a month before I started a YouTube channel. I was using Craigslist, I was using eBay, and I was using Amazon. And I was selling stuff out of my store. So I had achieved a level of business success before YouTube. None of these people, you can't really find out any information about these people. You can't Google nothing. You can't until they came to YouTube. Like, I will give you an example. There was this guy, his channel is still up. His name is Derek Struggle. That was his YouTube name. I don't think that's his real name. And he was doing Amazon FBA, and he started putting out Amazon FBA training. And after he created his course, guess what showed up in his Instagram? A Lamborghini. He could not buy that Lamborghini before he started selling courses. This is common. You will literally see people in the Forex space. Now, they don't say Forex and day trading is passive income. I will go ahead and clarify that. They do not put that out that is passive income. It's supposed to be extremely lucrative. So I've consistently seen this, and what I feel is happening. No, what I know is happening is as we go through this global reset, as we go deeper into the recession, we're in the recession right now. I don't care what Biden says, we're in the recession right now. We're in the recession with extremely high inflation on food, gas, and housing. And right now, people are searching for answers. They're searching for ways to make more income, not to buy a Lamborghini. These people are looking for more money to buy food, to feed their children. And they're looking to these scam artists with hope, a sign of hope that, hey, if I can listen to this person, then I can feed my kids some chicken versus Cheerios or macaroni and cheese. Right now, there's a lot of people on that macaroni and cheese diet. They're on that bologna diet. Beans and rice, because that's all they can afford. They're looking for money so they can afford to buy steak. They're looking for money so they can afford to fill up their car. They're looking for money so they can afford to pay their rent on time. This is what people are looking for. They're not looking to get rich. They're not looking to flex. They're looking to survive. And once again, as the economy melts down, scams on both sides of the aisle, scams to entice you to buy a product, the worthless product, scams to get your money, like the Zelle scam is going on. Like, once again, I'm making a little departure here. You need to stop using your debit card. Every time you use your debit card, you expose the money in your checking account to fraud. You go to a restaurant, you give your debit card to the server, and the server disappears 5 minutes with your debit card. They can do whatever. All they do is just take a picture of the front and back of your debit card. That's all they gotta do. And next thing you know, $500 out your checking account is gone. So once again, in this inflationary, global reset, scam infested environment, you need to stop using your debit card for purchases, especially at restaurants, at gas stations. And like, here's what I do. Only time that I will use my debit card is to do a transaction at the bank or to pull money out of a known bank ATM. I don't use those little ATMs in the Quick Trip, or I only use a bank branded ATMs. And typically I go to my bank to pull out cash. So once again, you need to stop using that debit card, especially right now, because scams and fraud are at an all-time high, and it's just going to keep increasing. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So you need to stop using that debit card. Now, if you got bad credit, you need to fix your credit. And US Bank, at the moment, I'm saying at the moment, US Bank has the best secured credit card products on the market. They have a credit card, secured credit card that gives you cash back. And they literally have the best secured credit card products on the market. And if you get a secured credit card from US Bank, go to the website and you get your credit fixed, because essentially with US Bank, you could get your credit could be funky. Your credit could be messed up, and they will give you a secured credit card. At the moment, I don't know how long this is going to last, because typically banks do not make money with secured credit card products, which is why there's not a robust list of secured credit cards you can access. But US Bank has the best secured credit cards, and get yourself a US Bank credit card and you start using that US Bank credit card as your debit card, because I mean, the scams are going to explode in 2023. I mean, it's going to be nuts. It is seriously going to be nuts. So one of the things that you need to do, and like I said, I understand people are pressed. People are pressed. People are looking for answers. People are looking for solutions. Once again, the average person out there that's struggling isn't trying to buy a Lambo. They're trying to survive. They're trying to pay their bills on time. They're trying to have some money to take care of their families. And this is where I get angry at these scam artists, because understand, they know exactly what they're doing. This is not a mistake. This isn't someone that just found out some information and put it out on YouTube. No. These people are actively conducting a scam, because here's the thing. Let's say you're doing the Amazon FBA and you sell Amazon FBA training, and you leave out the fact that you can set up an Amazon store, you can have a winning product, and at some point it's going to stop selling, or your sales are going to be reduced by Amazon or competition. They don't put that out there. There's like Amazon FBA's best thing, 7-figure Amazon FBA seller. They leave out all of the nasty downside, because I know someone who bought the Amazing Selling Machine. And for 1 year, they were knocking it out the park. Month after month, sales increased. They got more products. Then the second year, they made half the money that they made in the first year. And the third year, they actually quit Amazon FBA. So I know people, I know what I speak of. Once again, understand, this is what's happening. If you have someone, because once again, I sent out a letter, an email to all of my students and letting them know what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to do some new training, and I'm not going to be putting it on YouTube, because when you do new training and you make it free, you put it out for everyone, it's only a matter of time before that market gets saturated. I had someone on here talking about, I disagree. Airbnb is doing well. Now, this person has a house that is paid off in a great location. And I asked this person, I was like, since Airbnb is so great, how come you only have one house? And I'm going to tell you why. More than likely, this person had a house that was left to him, which is why there's no mortgage. And to get another house, he would have to expose himself to a lot of financial risk, and he doesn't want to do that, which means that Airbnb ain't that good. Because if Airbnb was as good as it was saying, because literally, I need to post a screenshot of literally, I've been in the Airbnb, people literally are getting no bookings at the moment. There's tons and tons of Airbnb hosts who are getting no bookings. None. It ain't slow down. They have stopped. And in 2023, they're going to get worse. Yet, the number of people who are selling Airbnb training, number of people selling Turo training. Now, once again, if you got an Airbnb in maybe Tennessee, up in the Smoky Mountains, or Airbnb in Florida, a destination spot, this can still be a viable business model because people are going there and they need accommodations. But if you are Vegas, I feel that I think Vegas would be a good place for Airbnbs. But once again, what you're going to find out is, are there people right now making a lot of money with Airbnb? Absolutely. And these are not the dumb people who just jumped into Airbnb because of YouTube and they heard some stuff. These are people who researched their markets, made calculated investments, and they're doing really well. And this is not the majority of people on Airbnb. The majority of people on Airbnb are struggling right now. They're struggling. Shelby Church, a YouTuber, she put up an honest, and I'm gonna break down why Shelby did this video. Shelby she's a YouTuber with over close to 2 million subscribers. So Shelby makes a lot of money from YouTube. She has brand deals. So Shelby can afford to be honest with you because she doesn't need you to watch her Airbnb content to make money because she's making money in other areas. So Shelby Church, shout out to Shelby Church. She's talking about my Airbnb lost money. And there are literally 4 videos on YouTube that talk about losing money with Airbnb. Yet right now, I can go to Airbnb groups and literally see the pain of people who have Airbnbs and are not making money. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, once again, these are adults who are running these scams. And that's why I don't use the word scam lightly. They're intentionally, like this one guy I found, he's doing, if you've been doing Amazon FBA, you know for a fact at some point your FBA listing is going to degrade. No mention of that. You know why? Well, if I was to, like, let me go ahead and do an honest Amazon FBA. Hey, my name is T-Mac and I want to sell you some Amazon FBA training. But before we get into that, you can make a lot of money with Amazon FBA, but there's a few downsides because Amazon may actually start selling against you, or your competition may literally hijack your, there's things. But once again, I'm just be straight up with you. If people were like making those kind of Amazon FBA ads, they wouldn't be selling that many programs because people are like, I don't want, like, once again, great example. I literally get people commenting on my Kill Switch Chronicle videos talking about, man, thank you, because I was thinking about doing, I'm not messing with, because see, if people got the truth, this would save them time and this would save them money. You cannot convince me that Airbnb or HireCar, let's go ahead and talk about HireCar. My experience was predominantly with HireCar, and I had 6 vehicles on Turo, and they really didn't go out that much. They did, because maybe I bought the wrong vehicles. I don't know, but the Mercedes went out the most, but it was the newest car, and it could have went out a lot more if I had priced it lower, but I wasn't interested in putting a $50,000 car out there on Airbnb, on Turo for cheap. So if people knew the truth, because this is why I call them scam artists, because literally I'm a YouTuber. I know there's one person who's a scam artist. She's probably making $30,000 to $40,000. Well, she was making $30,000 to $40,000 a month from YouTube. Her views have started to degrade because she's not posting as much as she used to. Because, here's the thing. I listen to stuff when I hear people. This girl was supposed to be a drop shipping millionaire, and she had a house with roommates. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Roommates typically are a hassle. Sometimes you can get a good roommate situation, but if you're making all of this money, why would you be house hacking and have roommates? Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. But once again, these people are scam artists, and the average person who is watching this content isn't financially sophisticated enough to know that they're being misled and lied to. I mean, it's going to get worse. It's literally going to get worse. One of the things that you will see is a lot of people have figured it out. That if I can get an audience on TikTok or I can get an audience on YouTube saying whatever I need to say, I can make a lot of money just from having that audience. Once again, there's a video, how to start a cargo van business for $300. This video now has 600,000 views, and the methodology described in the video doesn't work. But the guy who put up the video, he's probably made maybe $15K from that video. That one video. Yeah, maybe made $15K. And that's what you have to be really, really on guard with what's going on today, because these people have no conscience. They don't care about you. All they care about is using your attention to make money or getting money out of you to buy their funky programs. That's it. They really don't care about you, man. They really don't care about you. And like I said, you're going to see more and more of the, and I'm using the term scam artists. Anyone that is selling you Amazon FBA training and leave out the downside, which can be very, very critical into your success, that they're consciously doing it. Because anyone that has sold on Amazon know these things that happens. They know these things happen. And this whole, like, I see these titles. I make $15,000 a month and I work 1 hour a day. As an experienced 24-year entrepreneur, any business that you're putting that much effort into is literally going to fall apart at some part. It's going to fall apart because you really don't care. Like your relationship with your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, you put an hour a week in with that relationship? No, you don't. You put more hours than that. Anything that you do not assiduously put time, effort into will literally fall apart. Will literally fall apart. And I'm constantly seeing the side hustle scam that you could go out, do this low effort, no skill side hustle and make $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month working a few hours per week. I mean, average single person income in the United States of America is $35,000 to $40,000 a year. That is average single person income, which means there are people making less and there are some people who are making more. So your name is Todd, and Todd is going to pick up this side hustle. And Todd right now is a cashier at Walmart making $25,000 a year. Now all of a sudden Todd's going to pick up this side hustle. I've literally seen commercials with, once again, these are not bad people. These are not bad people in any stretch of the imagination. But I've seen these commercials from people with, it's obviously very limited education, who are now making 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a month. And it just doesn't add up. So like once again, with the guy who claims to be a billionaire, and he was a cashier 5 years ago. I don't think so. He's a great example of this scam artist. If you can come on YouTube and get enough following, you can sell anything. Does this guy make millions? I believe he's a millionaire. I believe that based upon the size of his YouTube channel and based on what he's selling. Yeah, I believe that. I don't believe he's a billionaire. But once again, you have seen it. There's another chick. She used her stimulus check to become a millionaire. I mean, once again, if these people were not successful before they came on social media, that should be a clue. That should tell you a lot. Where was the success before social media? Where was that success? Didn't exist. They weren't really hidden that well before social media. Now, social media is extremely powerful. Social media can turn a bum into a millionaire in a year. Easy. So there are people who are using social media correctly. They're not scam artists and they're making a lot of money. But there's a lot of people who are nothing but complete and utter scam artists. And they don't really care about your success. They don't care about you. They just want to get rich off this YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok money and the deals and stuff that come. Because literally every time I see one of these people, my eyes just roll up in my head. Because once again, business is dynamic. What does that mean? It's always changing. Business is not static where you can do something and set it and forget it. Like that year I made all that money, I did not adjust my personal spend because I knew it wasn't gonna last. See, that's the thing that they keep telling you, like you might be able to get it for a few weeks, a few months, and then it'll disappear. And I feel that is worse. That is worse for you to experience a certain income level of success than to have it ripped away. That's worse. Because that really hurts because you already know what it can be like. And then it gets ripped away. So give me some time. I'm going to work on it today because I'm going to do some new training. And I'm going to work on putting together some stuff. Because once again, I'm not putting it on YouTube. Because one of the reasons I'm not putting it on YouTube is there are people who will steal it and then create training and sell the information. That's another big scam that happens on YouTube. But I want people to be successful and give me some time to get it together and get it shaped up. But yeah, we're getting ready to cook. We're getting ready to cook. I'm gonna give you some real training that can get you some real results if you do the work.